Boom. Monday night. That's right. Holy cow. It's not technically late. I mean,
It's not.
It's like 3 minutes. It's just one of those things. It's just trying to get something figured out. So it's we have a special guest coming up at 7:00 at the top of the hour. We're gonna have Brian Schmidt on. We're going to talk about MasterTech Expo in a way that we've never talked about MasterTech Expo before. We're going to talk about how you, if you're not in the industry, can come to this event. That's right. You guys always ask, hey, how can we hang out with you guys? How can we come and learn some of this cool stuff? That's the cool thing about MasterTech Expo. It's not a closed knit. It's not closed. Anybody can come, and we always say anyone can come that can afford it. But hey, maybe you don't want to hang out and do all the classes. You just want to come, meet everyone, go to the. Anyways, we're going to talk about all that at the top of the hour, along with some other cool things that are getting ready to happen. I don't think that one's up to date.
No.
So let's not do that. We have a whole banner that we have. But before we dig into that, before we answer your questions, what's up, Sean from Arkansas? I thought it said Alaska, Sean, but it's Arkansas. Sean's traveling around, man. Sean's hitting the globe.
Did he hit the lottery? Or what?
No, I think it's his new job. Anyways.
Nice.
Before we get into all that, before we forget, because I always have a habit of doing it, we do this little thing called the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, guys. Some of you have heard to it. It's brought to us by the fine folks at Metra using T-Spec as well as Tsunami Connectors. It's those two that sponsor the 12-volt Clean Wire Club and allow us to do this with you guys. Every Sunday night, Fernando scours the page and finds something that looks amazing that you guys have done at home and or at a stereo shop, whatever, just something that looks amazing and shares it with us. And today is no different. We have this guy right here. Who's this, Fernando?
This guy.
I know, this is like the first time we've done this, so as you can see, he's not prepared. Yeah.
His name is Lazaro.
Lazaro
Beltran Roman.
Sure.
A lot. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. He did this awesome job, nice and clean, looking sexy with some DS18 stuff.
I think it's different amplifiers.
They're all DS18.
Like no.
Yeah, it's all DS18.
Okay, cool.
It's literally all DS18.
Very nice.
Yeah, the whole system's DS18.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
One band. Great job. It looks sexy, all tech flexed up. Got the DS18 battery in there. If you would like to have one of your pictures as that, by all means, submit your work to 12-volt Clean Wire Club. Be a man. Take it on the chin. Because there's some people on there that just ain't nice.
Yes.
But hey, what Facebook page doesn't have a few people of questionable, and for the next 15 minutes, this show is going to be brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. Hey, last week we had Jeff and Matthew on, and we had the opportunity to check out some new pre-made enclosures that are soon going to be shipping from Audio Control. We had the nice 8-inch and we had a nice 10-inch wedge box, 8-inch port. It looked pretty sexy, extremely well built. Just one more product that Audio Control is digging into, so we're pretty excited about that. But you want to keep in touch with what's going on with the new Audio Control, head over to audiocontrol.com and you can check this stuff out.
Very nice.
Thank you, Audio Control, for being a sponsor of the show and bringing you guys some nice, awesome 12-volt car audio equipment. On to the questions. I like this one. This is cool.
Go for it.
What's up? He spelled it Watts. So,
like what?
Yep. What is Christian complaining about? It's always the ones that never post too. Oh, of course it's always the ones that never post. Installing a JL Audio Tweak DSP and an Epicenter Micro. Where in line should the Epicenter go? Before or after DSP? Thanks. So this is one of those topics that actually gets heavily debated. And I don't care. Where I put my Epicenter is between the DSP and the subwoofer amplifier. So out of the DSP into the Epicenter, out of the Epicenter into the subamp. That's where I put mine. Now, when you do it that way, the thing you have to keep in mind is do not use the crossover in the DSP. Okay, use the crossover that is in the amplifier because you want to get as much bandwidth into that Epicenter as possible. They say something like 160 hertz, something like that. Would be the lowest you'd want, but whatever, you work with what you have. But yeah, so keep the crossover off if you can, or put it at a really high point, and then use the crossover in the amplifier to do that. And that's that. Sean, you're correct. My voice does sound like crap. I have
Wow.
I had a lozenge. I just spit it on Fernando.
Are you gonna pick it
Yeah,
up?
yeah. Relax. I'm getting the wrapper, dude. Chill out, man.
You know, all the.
It's cooties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I had a lozenge.
Yeah.
So let me break out a second lozenge, and we'll try this again. Thanks for noticing.
Thank you. Perfect timing.
Yep, that's so awesome.
That is so dirty.
Dude, the whole table's dirty.
No, it was not.
No, it's so dirty. Is that the MK1 Focus in the no, this is not.
The background?
This is in the background. No, this is not a Focus. This is a...
It's a Ford.
It is a Ford. It's from 89. It is an SVT model.
It's
Of
89?
a Contour. It's a Contour. It's a Ford Contour, 1989 SVT. If you'd like to see more on it, head over to Instagram at our Instagram page. We took a look at it today.
No, it's not an 89, really?
Yeah.
No.
I looked at the door jamb. It's an 89. What did you think it was?
I don't know.
It's totally an 89. 98? Maybe it's a 98. 98. Well, dyslexia.
It's a 98.
All right, it's a 98 Ford Contour SVT. So, hey, listen.
Same thing?
It's not a 99, it's 98. Contour. Yes, it's a Contour. So, and this guy's like, he loves this car. And it is in awesome shape, too. It's really, really clean, other than the coffee stains in the carpet. But hey.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
I see where the stream is going. The stream is going
south.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot planned for you tonight because we got Brian Schmidt at the top of the hour. So that's not a tempo, bro. It's not a tempo. Can I use the yellow wire to hook up an amplifier all the way from the head unit? Thought it should be the power wire from the battery if I have a Rockford Fosgate with 1000 watt amp. I'm assuming this is a joke because I get it. But no, that's not the case. Obviously, you'd want to take a 1000 watt amplifier, any amplifier for that matter, out to the battery. Fair enough. There are some people that will try to do this. In my 30 plus years of installations, I've seen all kinds of silly shit. And this would be one of them. I've seen people go into the fuse boxes and do all kinds of ridiculous stuff. But yes, no, you would always run the power wire. And please do not use CCA. Get 100% copper. That would be the move. But yeah, way to go. What do you got?
Ready?
Yeah. I'm hanging. Hello from Brazil. What's up, RJ? Install it. I already did that. That was literally the first question I took. Okay. So keep going. Christian is asking Mike, does Mike use Pro? I don't even know what the heck that is. I know he
Mosconi.
Oh, that's Sconies.
Yeah.
No, he's still using the ones, man. He's still like you. He's still like you. Oh, I just did that. Okay. 22 Bronco, non-BO, kicker, CX 5-channel with Rockford Fosgate DSR1 running sub, kicks and dash, or kicker key 200 and a 500. Opinion, appreciate the open to suggestion. So the non-BO is kind of, it's a boring system. So you have two options is basically what you're looking at. Personally, for me, I think the 5-channel with the DSR1 is going to give me more tuning ability. So I would do DSR1 or something like that. The one thing you have to keep in mind, okay, so here's some of the pieces that are missing from this equation. Head over to pack-audio.com. They make a T-harness, all set up, beautiful T-harness to go into that so that you can plug right in and get all your connection points. The other thing you're going to need to pick up is two sets of the LGD green load resistors. So that's an audio control piece. Those are the 20s. You're going to want two sets. The reason why is because that particular vehicle needs, it's an SB style amplifier. And unless you're going to do an SB style amplifier, which would either be a Moscone or a Helix, you're going to need to put 10 ohms of load resistance on that particular radio. So in order to do that, you have to, right now, stack two 20s. So come 20 out of a 20 into another 20, then off. So you're going to daisy chain them together like Christmas lights. Metra is working on a 10 ohm purple. It's the new purple load resistors, but they're not shipping yet, I don't think. But so there again, those are the pieces you're going to need. The other thing too to keep in mind, that is a 4-inch in the dash. Do not replace that with a tweeter. You will not be happy. It will not sound good. Put a 4-inch coaxial in the dash. Kicker makes a nice 4-inch coaxial, and there again, if you've already bought a set of components, that's cool. Save the tweeter for something else. But you want a 4 and you want a 6.5. That's totally how you want to rock that. You will not be happy if you put a tweeter where there was a big ass speaker. It'll sound not so good. Anyways, moving on.
There you go.
Where does the audio control DQ-DX fit in? True DSP or high-end EQ? High-end EQ. It's definitely a high-end EQ. That piece obviously came out before the DM software came out, so it was they existed long before the DSPs, and so it's nice though because it kind of fits in as a go-between. So for the guy that wants an EQ, might want to dabble in time alignment, has to connect. That's the DQ-DX will hook up to an aftermarket radio. That's the RCA version. The DQ61 is the high-level version. But this gives you the ability to do some equalization. Now, where does the product actually fit in the real world as opposed to, like, why would I buy that? And that's what I really don't know, because, like, the DQ-DX, if I buy, like an Exelon radio or a Sony EX, the high-end radio, even the Alpine, the higher-end Alpines, they all have very good DSPs,
crossovers, and
DSP-ish features built into them that might kind of like just buy a better radio would be the move, because you could do like full-time alignment with these radios, and Sony and Alpine have front and rear EQs. If you get into the 10-inch Kenwoods, you have front, rear, and subwoofer EQs as well as parametric.
So it's funny that this one came out on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday when I came here, I talked to a customer that he wanted to buy a T-harness for his 2011 GMC.
Okay.
And he wanted to use a factory radio. And I'm like, why would you want to use a factory radio? He's like, I already have a processor, so it's fine. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, your source sucks.
If your source sucks, it doesn't matter if you have the best processor, it's going to suck.
Unless you're just going directly into the processor.
Right, but no, he wants to use the capabilities of the radio. And I'm like, hey, listen, man, it's a 2011. It's old. Change your radio. You get something with Apple CarPlay, blah, 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 all the... And then it's like, oh, I didn't know that. Most of the people think that with the processor, you can do everything. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Justin Norton in the house. Hola. Look at him playing with his dog.
Yeah.
Ken Moss says, LGD's 2023 Honda Accord base model. Which color do I need? Green. Pick up some greens. You'll be happy with the greens.
All right, so we got the Bronco done.
Hold on. I think the Bronco has another. Hold that one for a second. Don't lose that one. Says, thanks, guys. I have the harness and load resistors already. Just deciding on amps. Have all the Alpine coaxials still in the box. Very nice. There again, like I said, if you want to make this even easier, maybe look at the Helix line or the Helix line, or these guys, the Moscone line of amplifiers. They are going to be all-in-one amplifier DSPs. There are some reasonably priced versions of them, but they are all SB compatible amplifiers, which means they can high level right into your factory stereo without the need for load resistors, because they're designed to interface with them. It's just a thought. They are considerably more money in some cases, but whatever you want to do. Just a thought, but otherwise, if you have the load resistors, you're good to go. Yeah. Okay, bring up the next question.
Where is it?
I don't know. What's up, Mike? Boston Mike is in the house. Hey, Fernando, I'm having trouble tuning my front stage. I have the Morel two-way with 6x9 in the door and a Sundown 2.5 in the dash. My problem is I can't seem to find the safe crossover points. What do you got for him, man?
The next one?
No. This is hey, Fernando.
I mean,
I know. I'm not Fernando. I was reading it for you.
I mean, you're the pro, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason we are. No.
So there again, a 2.5, depending on, you said it's a Sundown. You're still going to want to be somewhere in the 350 range. Is 350 12 dB, but you have a two-way 6x9 in the door. So I think more of the problem is going to be matching up a coaxial with a middler in the top of the dash. And if you don't have the right amount of channels going to it, like if it's a front stage, to us that means that there's an amplifier on the 2.5s, an amplifier on the 6x9. What you may want to do, what crossover points to set the two-way and the 6.5 ran on the same wire? You're screwed.
No, I mean at that point you're using the factory crossover points.
Yeah, but if they're ran on the same wire, you're not doing a front stage upgrade. You're just doing some front stage.
Correct.
So, I mean, hopefully the 2.5s came with some form of capacitor, like a 47 microfarad capacitor. If you don't have a 47 microfarad capacitor, that's what's going to go on the 2.5.
Now, do you cross over 80?
No, yeah, because at that point, so you're going to put the 47 microfarad capacitor on the 2.5 to cross it over higher than you're going to do on the 6x9. The 6x9, you're just going to cross the whole channel on those two wires, just going to get crossed over at 70 or 80 hertz. Okay, so everything is just going to play up, and but you're never going to be able. It's going to suck.
Or we contact sound down, and
because you can't level match. The Sundown is going to still take a 47 microfarad cap because that's just what everyone takes. But level matching is going to be the problem. The 2.5 is going to be super loud because it's up high in the dash, and the 6x9 with the tweeter is not going to be because it's down lower in the door. So really what you need is more channels.
Two-way, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can make it work. You just need more channels.
These ones are bi-ampable?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have enough channels. So, I mean, if you don't have channels, you don't have channels.
Buy more channels, man.
Got to buy more channels. Hey, guys, that brings us to the next sponsor of the show, which is Focal with the new K2s. Last year, they introduced K2 Power M's, which is what you're seeing here. But then they just introduced also the K2 Evos, which is going to bring even more excitement into the line. It's a new speaker. I don't even think it's shipping yet, but it will be shipping soon enough. And, of course, we'll be talking more about it as time gets closer.
Look at that. See?
Oh, you made one?
I made that one.
Wow.
So we can keep continuing.
Is that why I was saying your name and you're
I was doing. It's
all right,
like
all right.
doing.
Keep going.
Okay.
That's right, guys. At the top of the hour, we'll have Brian Schmidt, who's sitting patiently waiting for us in the background.
All right.
He's probably going to run and go to the bathroom or,
I was doing something, man.
I'm sorry. Focal, K2, Power, M, or Morel Carbon Pro, both three-ways. Both going in a Bronco, both running active off Moscone 830. Which would you prefer? I've heard the Focals. Okay, so suffice it to say this is a tough one, right? Because me being a Morel guy, him being a Focal guy, we've heard the Focal system because that's what Sage put in Nalika's Bronco. You guys have heard this system because that's what we filmed, and you got to hear it. With your headphones, hopefully. And they're both amazing systems. They're both going to be loud. They're both going to be dynamic. I don't really have a good answer. These are two awesome sets of speakers.
Yeah.
It's tough. I will say that the problem with the Bronco that everyone seems to have is just getting those 6.5s to do anything.
Correct.
That
was the reason why they switch it to the door,
right?
Because they have better results,
right?
So if you're not going to do some form of
it's just trying.
That.
Jeff was just talking about how their Bronco they spent. Normally he tries to like cut holes and stuff, and the frame rail. And this time they didn't do that. He was like, oh, "That's kind of dumb." So they put a bunch of sound treatment in there to bring the sound all the way up.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh my God, these things sound good."
Yeah.
So. The one thing I will say is just be careful with the mid bass and the bottom of the door, whichever way you go, because those are both mid bass that stick out. So you need a very thin plate to mount that speaker to. So don't try to use an off the shelf plate to mount that. which if you're going to put a tweeter and mid-range in the top, you're obviously going to make something for the top. Stereo Steve, by the way, makes a 3D printed thing at the top,
nice.
along with MTI.
Yeah.
But Stereo Steves look really, really good. But yeah, you want a thin 1/4 inch mounting bracket for the speaker down below if that's what you're going to do. Hey, anyone, what causes pop when I turn the vehicle on and the amp kicks on? It could be anything. It's an inrush of power is basically what's happening, and the amplifier is just, you're hearing it turn on. It's hard to figure out because obviously there could be a bunch of things. Like, is it something from the radio? Is it something from the amplifier? Is it the amplifier needs a delay? Metro makes a piece. Do you remember what it's called? I forgot what it's called. We made a video saying how to keep your amplifier from popping. And sometimes what you need is a delay. So what you might want to do is the easiest test to see if a delay will work is have a buddy or somebody go back to the amplifier, remove the remote, turn the car around, count to 5, and connect power. If your pop goes away, you can use one of the pop stoppers that Metro makes, and you can add a delay so that as soon as the amplifier sees it, it counts to 5, 10, 20, whatever you want it to be, and then it automatically turns on. Okay, so that'll give you time, and that'll stop it from popping. It'll also do the same for turn off. It'll hold and wait to turn off the amplifier. But that's the easiest way to test for that. Nando gave Dean COVID.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did.
Nando with the banner. He's actually contributing this evening.
See, once in a while, I can help with something.
That is so bad.
No, that is true.
Hold on, let me just read Scott's here. It says, anyone running DMA10 get white noise issue when temp drops below 50? I'm on my second unit, and both units have a terrible white noise until the board warms up. There is an operating temperature, obviously, on everything. There again, I don't know what the operating temperature is on that. Have you talked to Matthew at all? Because he would be the guy you'd want to talk to as far as like, the person there that has. So if you can get a hold of Matthew Palumbo, that would be the guy you'd want to talk to about this because he's the one that's been doing it the longest. I have a 2018 F-150 with the BO. Do I need a Zen A to B along with the audio controlled DSP? So the answer is you need an interface along with the DSP, correct. Mm-hmm. Now, as of now, there's several units that do A to B. It used to be just one. Now there's 4. So, is there 4? I feel like there's 4. So you have the Amp Pro, which is the Amp Pro's A to B. It's like a F. Yeah, anyways. So pack-audio.com. Mm-hmm. They make an A to B unit. I would recommend that over the Zen A to B. Then you have Mobridge makes an A to B. Now the Mobridge is different because the Mobridge actually they make Mobridge with DSP amplifiers built in. So that's something new that they just came out with. So you could actually buy a whole amplifier DSP that just plugs into A to B, which is kind of cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
And then you have Metra that makes a to B module with a DSP built into it. Mm-hmm. So the whole module is a DSP. So when you're asking, do I need a Zen A to B and an audio control, the Metra piece, no. The answer would be no because it's all one piece. And then the piece that isn't available yet is the iData piece. So there's going to be 5. Right now there's 4. Oh, goody. But yes. So that's how that broke down. Where are we at? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and then Brian's coming on. He's rubbing his eyes. He's stretching over there. He's getting ready. He's so stoked.
It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
I got to go home.
Yeah. Have you guys used the SMD crossover calibrator? Thoughts and opinions, please. Yes, we have. Yes, we both have one. And anytime we have to do somebody that wasn't nice enough to buy a DSP and they're going to go active, we use it 100% of the times because I do not trust dials for crap when it comes to tweeters. So anytime we have to do an active tweeter situation where we're using dials, for sure, 100% of the time we are using a crossover calibrator because I'm not guessing where 3200 or 2200 or 5000 is. I'm dialing it in with that device. So yes, do we use it every day? No. But when we need it, it's there. Oh yeah, that's the tool to go to.
All right, and Mr. Mike right there. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mike Lake of AMP. This is the guy who helped design it.
Yep.
He's one of those engineer guys. FD31.
Weird guys.
Yeah, he's one of those weird guys. He loves. Yeah, and he's British, or something like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. They're not all equal. Oh, that is for sure. But it doesn't matter.
They do the same thing.
So anyways, that is that. Let me turn off. I like to thank our sponsors this week, which are Audio Control and, of course, the good friends at Focal and Moscone Gladen. And now it is 7 o'clock as promised. We are going to bring our good friend onto the show, Mr. What's his name again? Brian Schmidt. Anyways, good day, Brian. How are you? Can you hear us okay?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Oh, we are wonderful.
That's right.
Let me do this. Oh, pardon me. Let me do this because we have. Oh,
too much.
I'm gonna die now. We have this. There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
How you doing, man?
Cough drop.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Well. You need some water, Dean?
What's that?
You were doing so good till I hopped on the screen. There you go. I love what you guys are doing. It's so cool. So helpful to the industry. Nice work.
We try. We try. We run. We try. But speaking of industry and doing cool things, Master Tech Expo is definitely by far one of the coolest things that has come out in a long time. It's funny. I was talking with a friend of mine last night, and we were talking about like things that change that are turning points of like you were there. You were
change the industry.
Well, just changing moments. Like we always talk about that time in Dallas where everyone was in the hotel room. And it was like every Tom Miller's and
Gary Bell,
every single guy, and we filmed this thing. We had this great time, and that was the end of Ada's and their little web, their Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I went sideways big time. But Master Tech, this being the third year, this is, I feel like the big year. This is the big year.
We have Brian here. He can explain us what's going on. But every year I have the opportunity to go to every single event, and I see everything different every year. So
right.
Tell us what's going on this year, Brian.
Well, no, we're not gonna. No, we've done that. We got an agenda. We're gonna stick to it. Don't get so broad, Fernando. Slow it down. We only got a half hour with them. What we want to talk about is coming to the event.
Yes.
Okay. So this has been a thing that we never really get a chance to talk about. We always talk about how anyone can come. It's open to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an interest in stereo, interior of any kind,
mm-hmm.
however you want to do it, sewing, welding, all the fun things, 3Ds, 2Ds, all the Ds.
Acoustics, all of it.
This is open to anyone that's just curious. But in the past, we only talked about going to the classes, which is what does the ticket to go to all the classes consist of?
So right now it's $6.99 for a full pass, and we're gonna go through Thanksgiving. We're still kind of honoring that, but it's a super good deal because that includes the food for 4 days, and we just want to take that off of the kind of out of the equation of you having to go find food and spend a bunch of money. We want you to have a fully immersed event where you can just learn and you can be, it's all inclusive. It's all there and it's just streamlined and we want that great experience for everybody.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it's going a lot longer than it has. So, but it's so there again, like we talk from year to year. Year one, we didn't have this. That in year two, that was immediately like when we all sat down and talked about it, was like food was the issue. Lunch was great, but at nighttime, we went to some real sketchy place to get some food one night, and it was like we almost died. And this guy that was trying out for NASCAR, with his little Hyundai whatever, and yeah, that was not fun.
Just stay on property, just stay on campus, and you're all set. So
yeah,
we got you. You can't beat the tacos, right? Everybody loves the tacos.
No, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what I like more about going to the class is sausage day or taco day. I know you like the taco day, but just having Juan out there grilling the sausages, for me, it's like, what day is sausage day, by the way? Yeah, and there again, that's a Mobile Solutions part of it. But
carne asada. Yep.
Yeah, you guys dig the tacos. Yes, they're always good. And then we had barbecue last year one night.
Yep, barbecue as well, super good.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. Great networking opportunity. It's just a really cool vibe, and we have a lot of fun. I mean, I feel like the networking aspect is probably worth the price of admission by itself, because you're rubbing shoulders with the best of the best, other like-minded people, and it's just a lot of fun.
100%.
And so that brings us to, for $6.99, you get the full experience. So you get the class side of it, which is exciting, and you and Mark did a great job talking about that last week, about the whole breakdown on the class. So for anybody curious about that, Mark and Brian did a wonderful video on talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's the $6.99 price point. Now, for everyone else, it's just like, man, I really want to go, but like I talked to a gentleman last year that was like, we talked, and he was like, I called Brian up and I was like, listen, man, I really want to go. I had such a great time, but the classes just weren't for me. And you were like, hey, no problem. It's, this was him telling me this. And as it turned out, he was like, oh, maybe the classes were for me, after him and I talked for about an hour. And he was like, damn it. But there's the other tier, which is where you just get to go and you get to hang out with everybody, and you get to be part of the team, and you get to watch the build-offs and the clean wire challenge and have the good lunch and the good dinner and meet everyone and bump into Mark or bump into Gary or Tom or whoever that you might get. And everyone's going, I don't know those names. But
yeah, Marfa Kuda,
Yeah. Or that other guy what's that guy that does that overhauling show? I can't think of his name. We ran into him at the elevator that one time. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Chip Foose.
Yeah. Oh, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
Yeah, he was sitting by the bathroom at the Choppy Oriental place the other day. Yeah. But anyway, so meet Chip Foose. And so that ticket is substantially less. What's that one go for?
So this is really, if you don't want to go to the main classes, you're welcome to come. We can't really regulate who eats and who doesn't. We want everybody to eat. So it's I think $199, and that's all for all 4 days, and that's lunch every day and dinner. But you also get to go to the manufacturer trainings, and I know you guys are heavily involved with some of the manufacturers on this, and they pull out all the stops. Anyone is welcome to go to any single class with the manufacturers, and they go all out. It's really impressive.
Yeah. So those are the two pricing tiers that if anyone is interested to go. Now, I saw the other day where the main hotel is sold out.
It is. I mean, registration is trending more aggressively than last year, and comes with that is the host hotel filling up right away. Luckily, we've worked with the city of Mesa, and I think we have 5 partnering hotels, and even some here in Tempe, which is 5 minutes away or less. So, and they vary in price. Some are nicer than others, but they're all pretty decent. A lot of guys are getting Airbnbs or VRBO and sharing a spot. Some like, hey, this one has a pool and we're just going to hang out and stay an extra day. Totally cool as well. So a lot of options there. The weather is prime. That's why we do it this time of year. I would argue that, us and you guys have the best weather in March at that time of the year in the country. Yeah. So, it's prime time. It's spring training and Barrett Jackson and the Open. It's all here. So, yeah, it's just super good. All right, there you go. You can have coffee without a.
Hey, that's worth the price right there.
Totally. He's
Gotta
so
love
much.
that.
Now, one of the new things that we added this year to Master Tech is the awards.
Yes.
And we just finally got that up on the website.
Yep.
So now you can go to the website and you can hold on.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm gonna add that in here. Are you done? Preview. Oh, go to. Yep, it's there.
Yeah.
Competitions.
Awards.
There you go.
Awards. Okay. All right. So we're gonna add that in here. There you go. All right. So we have the new awards, and this is great because anyone that is going to the event can enter these awards. Okay. And it's not hard. We're not asking you to do anything crazy because that was part of your criteria. Was like we want this to be doable, and we want it to where we don't have to. Like we just want to get down to the brass tacks. Are you a badass or not? Right?
100%.
So if you click go back up. No, the red box. Slow it down right there. Click on the more info and how to submit your work. So if you read this, which we're not going to read it for you, this will tell you how to enter, and then we're going to have a how-to video for those of you guys that just like me to talk to you and tell you how to do it.
Yep.
But what are some of the awards that we're going to be doing this year?
Yeah, so there's 5 for the attendee kind of base stuff. So Master Fabricator, Best of Light, Clean Wire Guy, Future Tech, and then a Lifetime Achievement Award. And all of these are super cool. We tried to make them unique and very different to kind of highlight our wheelhouse and the guy, more geared to the attendee at this show and our event. And we want to recognize some of the best of the best. We want to recognize people that are outstanding, that do a fantastic job, and give them some accolades. And I think that's important. There's also 3 manufacturer awards, which are, I think, very cool, and also bring the best out in the manufacturers as well. We want them to bring their A game. We don't want just a Holiday Inn training with a bunch of literature. This is the engineers there. They're taking apart vehicles. They're bringing motorcycles. They're bringing the actual product and disassembling it and talking about it and getting into the nuts and bolts of why it's better and what makes it different. That's what's cool. That's what's interesting. So these 3 awards: manufacturer training, who does the best training. And I know a lot of guys, you think we're competitive. Manufacturers are just as competitive. They want to win this award as well. Best sounding vehicle. Oh my goodness. That's everybody wants to win that one. And there's some fantastic sounding cars. I mean, that to me will probably be one of the most difficult ones, is to pick the best sounding vehicle. And then best booth experience. Some of these guys have really, really crazy, interesting booths. I know what some of them are doing already. It's nothing like you've ever seen. So just imagine your booth experience to be amazing as well. So a lot of cool stuff, a lot of engagement, and it's for everybody, like you said. I mean, who doesn't want to see that stuff?
And see, that's where the cool part comes in, is because if you did get that $199 pass, you get to participate in all of this. So you get to vote on the booths, and you get anybody that's there is going to vote on the vendor side of things. But the competitors for the 5 awards that we're going to be giving away, we're going to give those away Sunday night when everyone first gets there. And the reason why we're doing that is so that they can get a pat on the back throughout the whole week.
100%.
It's great to get an award at the end of the week, but I want to be able to go, hey man, you really deserve that. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. High fives all the way around. I always feel that's to me, that's kind of the takeaway. It's like I want to be able to let that guy have his moment. Not a couple hours and then we all got to hop on a plane. So
yeah, I agree. I think that'd be really cool. You can get the acknowledgement throughout the whole show, and get the bragging rights, and it's gonna be a lot.
and then you have an opportunity to break your trophy. So
there you go.
You know, because somebody's gonna walk around with it and drop it. You know, it'll be like, God, really? There's only one. You only get one. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously, Fernando and I are behind the scenes doing a lot with that. That's why we can talk on it. But then, probably the most exciting thing. I know this is weird because everyone's there to learn, right? And that's great. But the fun stuff that we get involved in is the things like the build off and the clean wire challenge. And this happens while the show floor is open. So, you know, it gives you the ability to like go talk to a vendor, go hang out in their booth. But we were there for 3 days. And if you've talked to everyone, what do you do now, right? You wait for lunch? That's no fun. So there is stuff going on all the time. And the big one that we're just getting ready to announce who the challengers are. So Fernando's already sitting here anxiously with this page just brimming with who's gonna get it. So this past week we mailed out the announcements to the competitors. So they're gonna find out this week who they are and start posting it. Fernando came up with a great idea, which is the golden ticket.
Yeah.
So, but kind of give us an overview of like, what was the idea behind the build off?
So the build off really was inspired by Tom Miller. This was kind of his original idea. And I said, you know what, that's fantastic. We want engagement. So just like you said, the show floor, we want to have that energy. And anyone who's been in the past years knows that our show has this just underlying energy of, it's like Hell's Kitchen on that stage. It is of, you know, just a lot of really cool talent going head to head, and they have an unlimited amount of tools and supplies. The only thing they're limited on is time, and that time limit is 3.5 hours. And it is so cool to watch the countdown go down. Mark's up there, and you guys are just counting down the time. And is the closer we get to that clock, it is intense. Ada he can absolutely testify.
Yep.
It is intense. You think you have a lot of time, you actually have like 3 minutes, but it's really 3 hours, and it just flies by. It's so fun to watch this. And every year, you guys have to agree that innovation is just off the charts. The new things, there's always one or two new things that come with this. So I just love that competitiveness.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can get done in that time. That is, it blows my mind. And of course, the whole time it's going on, our good friend and yours, Mark from Car Audio Fab, is up there getting in the way, putting the mic in their face, and asking them what the heck they're doing. So, you know, that's even fun just because it's not like you're just staring at it. There's activity going on, and Mark is right there, you know, like, you know, tell me what's going on, or just doing play-by-play, but which is cool in itself. But not only that, you spend a huge budget on the AV. So how big is that screen that's behind them?
30-foot high-def LED screen with I don't know how many cameras we have, 4 or 5 cameras that can zoom in and see an Allen head on a panel, you know, up to the whole stage. So it is very impressive. The AV team is off the charts. They're amazing.
So Fernando, you know, today when we were talking about this, and Fernando was like, you know, it'd be really nice to get everybody involved in the build out. And this is one of those things where I just kind of look at him and go, dude, we're not doing enough work already. Thanks, bro. So he came up with this wonderful idea for you guys at home. Next weekish, I think everyone should have their golden ticket and start posting that. And so we'll fill in the to be announced here. But what we're going to do a little different this year is that we're going to allow you guys, we're not going to open it yet, but we're going to, once the team names go up, we're going to let you guys do a little betting. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to let anybody that wants to can bet on the team. So last year, Team Blue won. Ada was on Team Red, and they made an awesome product, but we're going to have all 4 teams and all the names will be up. And you guys can pick, and then we have the 12 Days of Christmas page or DNF Christmas or whatever.
The email.
Yeah, and so what we're gonna let you do is you can enter to win. So if you say Team Blue or you say Team Orange, and Team Orange wins, we're gonna take all the Team Oranges and we're gonna put them all into a basket.
We're gonna pick a lucky winner,
and then we don't even know what the prize is gonna be yet. But that way, everyone can be part of this, and see what's going on. So,
so wait, help me understand. If I want to vote, do I know who's on each team, or is it before that?
No. So we're gonna wait till we announce the team. So we want everyone to have an opportunity. So if you got a favorite guy, and he's doing this, we want you to be able to vote for his team. Unless you just go, I really like this guy, but I'm voting for this team because these guys are just gonna. But so they can pick the team. Once they know who the players are, we'll open it up, and then they can pick a team. And then at the end of it, after MasterTech Expo in March, we'll take all the winners' teams and we'll draw a winner, and they'll get a prize. We'll ship them something.
I think this is super cool. And hey, if I was on the red team or the green, whoever's team, I'm going to campaign my team to the world because I want you to vote for me. So I don't know what team Adam's on.
But you better win, though.
Or whoever, I don't even know who's on these teams, but, I would be campaigning it. You know what? I think the boys at Rockford, they are going to love this. Zach is going to absolutely love this.
Yeah. We haven't even told him yet. So literally that was today. Fernando goes, I have this great idea. And I'm going, damn you, stop with the great ideas.
I think it's great for everyone at home that like this. They is not able to go to this event, but they can be part of it, They love the guy. I love the blue guys. You know what? I'm going to go for it. And
no, it'll be good. Yeah, we can broadcast some of that and definitely share some of that, that energy even before the show happens. So that's going to be good.
Yeah, he just wants something for me to talk about for the next 2 months, 3 months. So
it's 3 months. It's 3 months.
3 months. Okay. 3 months, guys.
All right. So we're, of course, the build off is what we're going to announce here in the next week or so. Once the guys all get their invitations, we'll give them the moments to get excited and be like, yeah. But then after that, December is going to roll around, and of course the sale will be over. It'll be sad, and you're going to be paying more money, which sucks.
That's true.
But then we're going to be talking about the 12-volt, the Clean Wire Challenge guys. So we got the Clean Wire Challenge guys coming up, and we just want to make sure we separate those guys out. And then we got 8 guys that are going to compete in that with 4 sponsors. That's going to be insane. We'll talk more about that once we get in December. But, oh my gosh, it's just, there's a lot going on. It's not just small.
Yeah, look, so give these guys a kind of a glimpse or an idea of what the Clean Wire Challenge is about. Let's just break that down a little bit for everybody.
So the big thing is we have 8 guys, 4 guys each day. They get the same 3.5 hours. Actually, I might only give them 3 hours because I give them a 3-hour buffer. I think I tell them 3 hours, but then I give them 30 minutes just so that,
they get
it.
The pressure.
Yeah. So this year we're doing a little bit different. So we have 4 sponsors this year. And so we're going to have two guys on each team. So each day we'll get one guy on like the JBL team. We'll get one guy on the Electromedia team. We'll get one guy on the Focal Moscone team, and then one guy on the Ground Zero team. And so they'll have their places, and then we're gonna say go, and they get it. They have an amp rack, and they have 2 products. It's either gonna be 2 amplifiers, an amplifier and a DSP, and behind them is a table, just like a great Baker build-off. Distribution blocks, fuse holders, RCAs, zip ties, screws, nuts, bolts, tools,
flags, everything. Everything you're going to need.
The big wire sponsor, of course, is our friends from Metra. They're going to be supplying T-Spec and Tsunami power wire and stuff. Yep.
Awesome.
So these guys have. There we go. Look at that. Is that all the right ones?
Yeah.
No, that's not. Those are the wrong ones.
So we have this.
Those are the wrong ones.
Okay.
It's okay. But we're going to have, they get to, they take whatever they need, and they have that time to make the cleanest, coolest amp rack. And then everyone's going to vote on them. So we do fun old school voting. So one of the nights, because we eat, we get to eat outside, like taco night, I think, or whatever night it turns out to be. We have a little paper, and you old school style. We have a little like shoe box that I cut a little hole in, and you get to write what number. So we put 1 through 8 on there, and you just look at them all, and then you drop it into the box at the end. And then I go back to my hotel room and sort them all out. And then at the last minute, that last day when we hand out when we hand out the build out awards, we do the cleanware awards, we do the light off award. We hand out the trophies for the winners. So
yeah, hey, we have a more high tech way, but I know you like this
high tech way.
I think this way is probably more legitimate because it's real. You actually hold their vote in front of you.
Yes. Well, and the other thing too is like last year, it just kind of went that way. We had the most high tech way to vote for the build off, but in the end, it turned out Fernando just like this one.
Yeah.
And the crowd, dude, the crowd went.
The crowd was loud. The crowd
Dude.
was screaming.
Yeah. We have an SPL meter to actually meter loud. Yeah.
And, they were
it was like 110 dB.
Yeah, they were silly enough to give me the microphone, and I had my boy here walking up and doing it. It was like he was just running back and forth. This one, that one, and the crowd went nuts.
That was an awesome experience.
Yeah, man. That was way better than tabulated by an app. We have the winner, And when Pierce won the wire challenge, like that picture of him like this is just actually he was more
priceless.
Like this. Oh yeah.
I mean, he won an Olympic medal basically.
Yes,
that was awesome.
And then the build off, those guys winning that. I mean, everything that last day was like, and it's over. But everyone leaves on such a high note. It's like, damn, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see if some defending champions can hold their title, huh? Maybe we lost him.
And we're back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Sorry. Yes. No. It's going to be great.
Good. Nice.
No, it's going to be nice. So yeah. All right. So just to recap, where is this event going? People is like, where is this going? In Vegas or in Orlando? Where is it?
So it is in Mesa, Arizona. So you need to fly into Sky Harbor Airport. It's PHX. And fly in. It's a 15-minute Uber ride from the airport. Like I said, there's a lot of hotel options. You guys could even share an Airbnb or other stuff. Be creative on that, but it is worth it. And I can't stress this enough. Every year is totally different. It's a different vibe. It's a different presentation. The classes are off the charts. We have 9 different like classes to choose from, different skill levels. Chip Foose is coming, and he's not coming in the same capacity as last year. He's actually going to teach you how to draw and do ideation. You get a little notebook, kind of with his signature and silhouette, and he's going to draw with you. So it's just a ton of fun. The networking party, you get to draw that night, and he picks your drawing, and he's going to draw it on stage. Everybody gets to draw. It's fun. And that's just the engagement part. We want everybody to engage, have fun, network. We're all there to just learn and go to the next level. It's going to be a fantastic time.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean, I can wait because I still got a lot to do. But
yeah.
Yeah. But no, but that's the thing. I mean, you put together a great team of guys that are very passionate about this. So all the back end stuff that goes on to make it look so seamless from the front is just amazing. You have Gary, you have Tom, and all the other countless guys that are just, in the background, just doing things, making it all work, getting it magical, because it's a big project. I mean, this is not something that just gets put together.
No, it's a year's worth of work. There's 38 presenters, just if you wanted to clarify that, throughout the whole event. So that is it's tremendous, and from all over the place. And we take special pride in picking the best of the best and having them share their wisdom and knowledge and nuggets and just secrets of the trade. So I'm telling you guys, it only happens once, and then it's a different reset every year. So don't miss this.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's funny too, because one of our friends, which I won't mention his name, but he's competing this year. We went to the first year, and I was talking with him, and he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I was like, so you're not coming next year? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And I said, okay. So then the next year rolls around, first day, there he is. I go, oh, so you came? He goes, yeah, we thought about it last minute. We came. So, and this was the first day. Last day, I was like, I go, and? He goes, oh, wow, yeah, this was incredible. Like, it's so, this year, I was like, hey, man, you going this year? And, what do you think about maybe competing? And he's like, oh, well, okay, then. He did say $6.99. So right now, until the holiday ends here, the Black Friday nonsensical stuff.
Have some turkey and register, because after that, it won't be that same price for Santa Claus. Nope.
No, definitely not. Santa always has to pay more.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun though. I'm so excited, guys, and I love the new contest. It just makes things so much more interesting, because there's engagement the entire time. I want to know who's going to win, what team, who's going to finish on time. All of these factors play into it, plus amazing classes and food and hanging out and vendors. I mean, our vendor partners are the best in the world. So I'm so excited for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, and there's all our audio friends, and then we have sewing machine companies and CNC companies and 3D scanning.
So like Brian Mitchell, ARC, was sitting next to the sewing machines last year. So he's like, I'm going home with one of these, don't you? And I was like, well, of course you are. And so he did.
He did.
Sewing machine.
Yeah. I mean,
now sewing machine.
He can sew anything he wants to now.
Yeah.
So, it's cool. And a lot of that stuff. I mean, there's Phil Cato's coming from, those guys from Bitch and Stitchin' and Kindig, Chip Foose, Jeremy from Avant Garde, a bunch of guys.
Adam brought a scanner. Yeah. He's been the 3D monster, so he's just hitting everything.
Yeah.
But
no, that's awesome.
Well, all right. I will thank you so much for coming on and getting us up to date on what's going on. We'll probably do this again in December, just to check in and see how things are going. Mm-hmm. Don't go anywhere at this show, because we're just don't leave, because we're recording this. So just don't hang up yet. We're gonna kick you off the show though, so that we can wrap it up. But thank you so much for coming on. And we'll just keep you on. Hey guys, listen, if you're interested, make sure you head over to mastertechexpo.com. If you want to get cool 5-star swag, make sure to head over to 5starswag.com. And if you want to use the cool tools that we use in our installation, make sure you head over to dnftoolsdrawer.com. And you can find all the cool stuff that we use there, along with the IRTA2, which, hey, somebody tells me there is going to be a Black Friday sale on.
It is.
So
stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. Don't forget, Thursday, 10 o'clock, Turkey Day at the beach. Me, Fernando, Haley will all be there doing our thing, taking you guys, getting you ready for the big day. That's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time from the beach. As always, I got to go back and figure out how many years we've been doing this, but it's like
a lot.
It's like the whole time. So we hope to see you guys there. It's a lot of fun. You get to tease Haley. She loves it. Not really, but I do. So, but thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you, Brian.
And
thank you guys.
I'm gonna say on to the next one there.